Whoa.
Come on down. Purple rain, purple rain.
Hi.
Hi. Hello.
So, you guys have all had such an impact on my life. Tatum in particular, you've had a very big impact on me. You said happy birthday to me last Sac-Anime, the first one I ever went to, and I just about broke down crying. I was wondering if there's ever a moment in your lives, like when you met a fan or your first convention or whatever, when you just realized like how big an impact you have on people's lives.
Wow, that's a good question. And good to see you again, by the way. I had an experience, I don't remember how long it was fairly early days for me on the convention circuit. I've been voice acting for a while, but I started doing more conventions this one particular year. And I went to one convention, and a newly transitioned male came through my line and handed me a letter and said, I'm a big fan of Kyoya and Oran, which I love that show. That show will always have a place in my heart. I mean, it's crazy to think of it was 10 years ago now. But I read the note, and the note basically said that, you know, he was going through a really rough time through the transition because his family wasn't supportive, and some friends were like, I don't like this, whatever, and he'd considered a very bad choice. And by some weird, and it had nothing to do with me, I was just the lucky guy that got to play Kyoya, but he heard Kyoya as the character in his head every time he would think about ending his own life. He heard that character giving him 1,000 reasons not to do it. Sorry, I get really emotional. I was completely blown away by that because, like we said earlier, you go in and I love it. Like, we work on stuff frequently that we're not the audience for. I mean, I accept it, it's really awesome and I love it, but you know, I'm 41 years old, you know, I don't watch Pokemon anymore. Not because it isn't awesome, just, you know, it's just, I'm not the audience for it anymore. But as an actor, it's my job to breathe life into it as best I can for the audience it is for. And that interaction, especially for me personally, because I'm a gay man that grew up in Texas in a very weird time to be gay anywhere. And so I feel that I understand that person's struggle. And so knowing that this thing that I love to do, that I by sheer luck get to do for a living, meant something so much that it actually helped them through the darkest time in their life. And that's not something I'd even imagined ever doing. Like, that blew me away. And that's when I realized, like, these are the stories you tell yourself. You know, when you're watching something, it made me feel like we have a responsibility to take really good care of the jobs we've been given. Because we're not just, you know, I don't know how else to describe it, but like, that 3-hour session in the booth can end up changing someone else's life down the road in ways you can't even imagine. So every time I walk into the booth now, I'm more aware of that than I ever was before. Like, I have a good time, but I really feel this sense of responsibility for the character and the story and what it may mean to someone down the road. So, thank you for asking that question. It's a really beautiful question. I appreciate it.
That's why cosplay is, because the characters mean so much to so many people, and I like leaving an impact on people like you. I hope to be in a position one day to also leave an impact on someone like that.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
10 hours left.
10 hours.
Can you hear my heart